Well, this was likely the last time that we see Jimmy G in that particular uniform. Expected to move along. 49ers going to push him along because they have Trey Lance. Did get that hug there from GM John Lynch. He was shaking everybody's hand as they came into the locker room. Jimmy G, since 2016, winning 70% of his games. Only Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Lamar Jackson have won more, but I think most people would argue they're winning in spite of Jimmy Garoppolo's play and not because of it. I mean, look over on the other side, the Rams. They got to the Super Bowl a few years ago with Jared Goff. They didn't win it because of Jared Goff, so they traded him away to get Matthew Stafford, and now they're favored to win the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. Let's break down Jimmy G, where he goes from here and where the 49ers go from here. Danny, I'll start with Jimmy Garoppolo in particular. What do you think his best landing spot would be next season?
So I think Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers, more importantly, are in a really good position here because of how he did play this season. And while it wasn't spectacular and the playoffs weren't exactly pretty with a bunch of interceptions the first two games, including the one that, people are going to remember about this season, but this is a bad draft class. I mean, we're going to do a lot of mock drafts. We're going to talk about them, and Matt Corral's good and Kenny Pickett's good, but there's not a slam dunk guy. And I think there's a lot of risk with all of them, where at least Garoppolo, you've seen him play at a high level, and I feel like you know where the floor is. So if I go to a team like the Washington football team, I think it's a pretty good fit for these. They've already made, they've done business before, but I think this one makes a ton of sense. Get him in there. You get a quarterback who can kind of stable things. As Tyler Heineke, I don't think he's the answer. They went after Ryan Fitzpatrick last year, who, in the twilight of his career felt like a little bit of all right, well, we got to take somebody. But I think Jimmy Garoppolo bringing some stability with that with that defense on the other side of the ball, I think could make a lot of sense for both sides.
How about we just have Jimmy G do what he was meant to do in the first place and follow Tom Brady? Let's send him down to Tampa Bay. I know the Buccaneers do have Kyle Trask and Blaine Gabbert, of course, but maybe they don't. Maybe they feel like they're going to get enough back. Tom Brady's retiring. They do. Sean Payton's gone. This division feels like it could be completely wide open. And that if you did have a quarterback in that roster that Tampa Bay has, maybe you're just set up perfectly to win it again and to make another run. I don't know that Jimmy Garoppolo is a perfect fit with Bruce Arians, but the guy can play and you run the ball, a little biscuit type of action. I don't know. Tampa Bay could work. Maybe I kind of want to send it to Pittsburgh just to make Ryan Wilson mad, but I'll stick with Tampa Bay.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.